Welcome to Helpful Humans, the podcast about people who are creating good in our world by helping and empowering others. I'm Kim Drobes, and I'm honored to share these stories with you. They get to the heart of who we are as human beings while exploring our inherent desire to make a difference.
The opportunity to let a student know how important their voice is and share the things that they feel and the things that they want to see changed in their community.
My name is Chad Bernstein, and I'm the founder and CEO of Guitars Over Guns.
Guitars Over Guns is an arts-based mentoring program designed to empower at-risk youth. Chad is a professional trombonist, and back in 2006, he had just graduated college and he was taking a year off to tour with a couple of bands. Chad started Guitars Over Guns after an experience at a juvenile detention center. He was working with a friend's group of students that she was having a hard time connecting with. She brought in Chad and some of his bandmates to see if they could use music to help build a bridge to the students.
We had the same issue trying to talk to these kids, and it was a rough group. They were concerned actually about us bringing in the instruments because they could be used as weapons against us. And ultimately what ended up happening is we were able to bring the instruments in, and once we started playing music for them, it was a completely different story. And through that whole experience, and we had a kid in the back of the room that yelled something out, and we made a song out of it on the spot. And once our MC started rapping and challenged a couple other kids to rap, and it became clear that there were levels, that we were able to communicate with them on, and music opened all those doors. We had a dedicated group of musicians that cared deeply about music to be more available to kids, because when we were all younger, we had those opportunities at school, and they just don't exist as much anymore. And also an opportunity to use our skills in a unique way that solved an issue that other people couldn't. And that inspired all of us, and I just got to be the person that kind of, led the charge. I wasn't an educator at the time at all, and I wasn't used to working with kids at that age. So I remember feeling very unsure about things like my sense of humor, and, would they get sarcasm? Would they get, references that I was making? Would they be into similar music? And it was really cool. I think you kind of have to cut your teeth, just doing the work to understand and appreciate the value of teachers. It's definitely not something that's easy or natural to most of us. And so I remember that first year being kind of intimidated by these small people. And, it ended up that, once again, music kind of leveled the playing field. And over the next 2 years, it really started to take shape and consequently started to take flight.
My name is Kim Cameron, and I'm a singer-songwriter. I am also a mentor for the Guitars Over Guns program. I live in Miami Beach, but our program obviously is expanding. We have had Chicago signed up for a while, and we're rapidly looking at LA and New York to replicate, what we've done here, which is I think a pretty good success story. I see behavior changes from, 1 year to the next, see them handle themselves differently, when they're in the program for a while versus before. I'd say that's the biggest difference I see in these kids. They don't have the greatest upbringing for the most part. So listening to adults, the only thing they're really familiar with is people being very strict with them. And, this program, that's not the way we are. We like them to learn in a positive way. And so we might be demonstrating leadership, but we're not going to be like the school kind of, well, now you're going to be grounded or suspended I think they need positive adult influence in their life. I think it makes a big difference, and somebody who's going to be there consistently. And of course, we teach them stuff too, but I think mainly it's seeing that you're in an environment where people actually care for you.
My name is Usmani Fonseca, and I've been in Guitars Over Guns since November. I'm 12. I just joined, and since I like singing, I picked singing. It's cool. We just come to a room, and then we just start working on our vocals, harmony, and then we just sing one of Miss Kim's songs, and we practice.
My name is Ximena, and I was in the Guitars Over Guns program for 2 years. Well, I just graduated 8th grade, so it wasn't that long ago. I played keyboard and I sang. I heard about it in 6th grade, but I really started to get into it in 7th grade when they had a winter concert. And I just thought it was really cool to be able to get in front of that many people and perform. The experience was really great, and it helped me a lot. It helped me find one of my biggest passions, so I'm really grateful for that. It's a very loving community, and they accept you for who you are. It's just a good way to be yourself around other people who love to do the same thing that you do.
My name is Derek Henderson. I've been a drummer for about 38 years. I play with about 15 different bands, 3 churches, and I teach for Guitars Over Guns. I mean, I tell people all the time, I'm like the most stress-free person because I play drums for a living, you know. Whenever I'm having a bad day, I just sit out at a drum set and just, you know, hit stuff, you know, and make noise, you know. But the difference is we try to teach the kids that, you know, yeah, the drums are loud, they make a lot of noise, but we try to teach them how to make music with the drums. And then I just try to build those skills, you know, bring those skills out in the kids when we come together, and whether it be a drum line or, you know, sitting together and just jamming out with the bass players or the guitar players. These are really like high risk, you know, kids. So it kind of made our job a little challenging, but it just gave us more incentive to come up with creative ways to teach the kids to, you know, excel through music. It puts you in a position to help students who don't really have music programs in their school, and you get to relate to them not from a teacher standpoint, but from a mentor standpoint. So you get a different perspective. You know, you can build a deeper bond with the kid because you're a mentor. You know, you're there to teach them life lessons so that they can, you know, be a better adult.
Chad has been growing Guitars Over Guns for over a decade now. They have relationships with schools all over Miami and Chicago, and he's had a chance to see many former middle school students grow up.
It's pretty wild. Some of our first 11-year-olds are in college right now and, you know, babysit my kids and are part of my family in a really cool way.
The Chicago chapter of Guitars Over Guns recently took things to a new level by securing a music studio for the students to record their work.
Haven Studios is a vision that Andre Daniels had, and Andre's an incredible MC from Chicago. He had been working with us for a couple years at UCAN Academy, which is a trauma treatment organization that has an alternative school on the west side of Chicago. And we use that school to partner and create an arts curriculum for them, and he was the rap mentor there. And that process, you know, just watching him work was amazing. He's got such a unique talent for reaching kids and communicating with people in general. And he and I were talking about what he's really trying to accomplish, and it was so aligned with what we were trying to accomplish in creating a community-based recording studio, you know, an opportunity for kids to have a place to go and express themselves and have those tools and the outlet to do so.
The Miami chapter of Guitars Over Guns recently released an originally produced video based off Wiz Khalifa's See You Again. It's emotionally powerful, and the video has a heartbreaking story behind it.
And unfortunately, we've experienced loss not so infrequently in this organization, and it's typically somebody that's related to somebody in our program. In this case, it was a cousin of one of our students that was shot and killed, Jakuri Fluma. And it's just a really tragic case where there were 2 students involved in the gun, and one was showing the other the gun, and the gun went off and was accidentally shot and killed. It's a really difficult thing to watch one of your students go through that. And when it came time to do our end of the year music video and recording project, you know, we thought about ways that we could take a tragic event and use it as an opportunity to create awareness and try and dial in a way that we could affect the rate of this, you know, happening in our community. And so the students taking all the verses of the song and altering them so that they were perspectives of the people that had lost Jakuri in their life.
from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again.
Yeah, everything happens for a reason, even if we don't really understand the meaning. Now wait, no, not this. I don't really wanna think about the things I'll miss. I know I played too much, like when I flipped your backpack. I always put up on you and your Snapchat, but that's a different story. And I never had guessing that a matter of moments I'll be losing my best friend.
I can only imagine how your family must feel, cause I've been waking up from nightmares like, can this be real? And I refuse to call you just another statistic. You were so much more than that, and I got to witness. You were so much more than just a flash in the pan or a clip on the news. Please don't get it confused. We're trying to pick up the pieces, trying to get it intact, but you were something irreplaceable, we'll never get back.
How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I went through, you were standing up by my side, and now you're gonna be with me for the last ride. In a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. I've come a long way from where we began.
And so the verses are all written by the students, and they're, in collaboration with their mentors. And one of them is the perspective of his mother, one of them is the perspective of his cousin, one's the perspective of his brother, one's the perspective of his girlfriend. And it's a really moving piece. It's incredible to watch, to watch our students invest themselves into something like that. And, the vigil scene in that music video, I mean, there are a lot of genuine tears that are flowing in that. And it was just really, the whole time felt very special to be a part of something that could put everybody on such a level playing field and so empathetic towards one another.
My name is Maya Scott, and I was in Guitars Over Guns for a little less than a year. I graduated this year. I am 14. In this program, I wrote poetry. So I was the only poet in the class. That was kind of hard. Like, poetry was my escape. So anytime I felt any type of emotion that I couldn't really explain, I would write it down, and it always came out really strong. A teacher of mine, his name was Andre. He was like, Mike, how about we put a beat to it? I was like, what do you mean a beat? He was like your voice is, like everyone says, your voice is strong, but maybe you need something else. So we tried a beat. It fit perfectly. In some parts, it added a dramatic effect. In some parts, it told me, you need to say it louder. It need to be more powerful. We need to soften it down. It need to be quieted down. In some parts, it just fell in perfectly. I hope maybe someday I can be a poet, but if not, it doesn't matter, to be honest. But if my poetry doesn't make it up like Maya Angelou, William Shakespeare, like that, those are some of my favorites. I can't have that chance to shine like that. It's fine because I can keep my poetry to myself. And I know if some of my poetry is well known, I'll have a small group of people that will be like, okay, she's this poet that has a story. And that's what I want to be known for. I want to be known for that person who has a story.
When Chad pauses to think about the impact that Guitars Over Guns is having, he is filled with gratitude.
When I think about the real value of this organization and the impact that it has in the community, and I think about the people that are involved, from the students to the mentors to the board to the volunteers to the young professionals to the staff to the partners, it's really amazing to have the opportunity to make an impact and to make a difference. And I just feel so grateful to all the people that invest their energy into Guitars Over Guns in all of these various ways. And I think the unsung heroes in all of this are really the mentors. They're the ones that are going and working with these students, and it's difficult work. It's emotionally draining, and you're dealing with a lot of young people that are experiencing serious trauma on a regular basis, and they don't necessarily have somewhere to put that and package that, and in the same time they don't have somewhere to release that and just be kids. No 11, 12, 13, 14-year-old kid should have to carry that stress on a daily basis without any outlet for it. And when I look at what's going on in our community and how much we're devaluing things like the arts and our ability to express ourselves and have somewhere to put these feelings, it makes me really grateful that so many people believe in this and believe that it is, a small part of a solution towards, living in a better city and a better world. So the feeling I'm left with at the end of all this is gratitude for sure.
And Chad's not the only one feeling grateful. 14-year-old Maya Scott, our poet with a story to tell, wanted to make sure her mentors know how appreciative she is of the time and energy that they spent with her.
They are the most wonderful teachers ever. I just want to say thank you, guys. I come from a hard background, and this program has really helped me a lot. Your program has helped me find my voice, and I really, really want to say thank you, guys.
Each year, Guitars Over Guns holds a benefit concert, and this year, due to the pandemic, they're going virtual. That means that no matter where you live, you can check out the amazing work these kids and their mentors are doing. The 7th annual Choose Your Sound benefit concert is happening on November 14th, and you can get your free virtual tickets at guitarsoverguns.org. And while you're at their website, be sure to check out their video gallery, where you can listen to gems like this cover of Sunflower by the Guitars Over Guns students.
This room that you're sitting in, this project is literally 1 year in the making.
The first ever multi-community Chicago music video for Guitars Over Guns, and every single one of you is part of that.
Are you excited? Needless to say, you are unique. Don't ever change the stuff that critique. Believe in yourself, you are who you are. Your flaws are what makes you a star. Needless to say, you should love yourself. Something yourself is under well. When you get down, always pick yourself up. No matter what way you see love come.
Like if you start off trusting yourself, I think that you or whoever will accomplish so many things.
When you say you're trying, actually try. Don't just say it.
Don't get too scared or don't overwhelm yourself. Just let it flow. Just go with the flow.
Always be yourself. Never be a character. Never act like someone who you don't want to be. Always act like yourself.
No matter what somebody tell you, or if they put you down in the deep end, come back up and make sure that you believe in yourself. And if you believe in yourself, then whatever you believe in, then that's what's gonna happen.
Coming in strong, yeah, last in this world. Trying to keep it going, yeah, life is getting tough. Everybody got scars, take control of that. But you are a queen, and that's a real fact. Ain't got no extra time, yeah, I'm on my rhyme. Haters trying to knock me down, but I still shine. Shining like a diamond, shining like a star. Shining so bright, we shine through our scars. You're not left in the dust, 'cause I stuck by you. You're my sunflower. I think your love will be enough. And you'll be left in the dust, unless I stuck by you. You're my sunflower. You're my sunflower.
Go and follow your dreams, and you can accomplish a lot of things in your life, but you can't if you keep listening to people that keep talking negative about you.
Don't be scared of what's coming at you next.
Keep your head up. Keep going. Follow your passion.
You're my sunflower.
I be chillin', feeling like a man. I protect you from the villain. Superman, red, Batman with the plan. Understand where I stand. Yeah. Say that on the mic and I make them all fans. Loving my city, the girls are so pretty. I see the graffiti, I'm making the CD, and now they can see me. Okay. Growing up with hundreds of 50s. They say I couldn't rap, but now they believe me. You feel me?
You're not left in the dust, 'cause I stuck by ya. You're my sunflower. I think your love will be enough. And you'll be left in the dust, unless I stuck by ya. You're my sunflower. You're my sunflower.
With Go-Go, you have grown to love these people that you play music with every other day.
Coco It's like a family to me. It makes me feel happy, excited, appreciated.
Go-Go is an opportunity to show your best self.
Go-Go makes me feel proud of myself.
It makes me feel that nobody could stop me.
You get to learn with other kids, and sometimes if you've been at it for long enough, you can help them.
There's so many videos on their website that are incredibly moving, and I do encourage you to check them out. Theme music for Helpful Humans is provided by the amazingly talented K. Michelle Dubois. Check out Michelle's latest offerings at her website, kmichelledubois.com, or search for her on Spotify. If you enjoyed this episode, please consider giving us a review on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or wherever you happen to listen to your podcasts. I would very much appreciate it. Thanks for listening.